Well, hello, friends and followers. Here's the Drake TR4 I've been working on. I've never even powered this thing up because I don't have a power supply, and I just started ripping apart the old tubes, got the 6 JB6s out and put in the 6146s. So here's as far as I got. I basically needed some 10 ohm resistors, so I put a bunch of 10 ohm resistors in this thing for the cathode return. And you can see all those. So I've installed some little cathode return rings. So no, this isn't the Olympic symbol. It's little return rings I put in here. These are all connected together, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm on the cathodes. Cathode lines on the 6146s. And they're connected to the choke right here. Choke, of course, goes out to the meter and all that out through this wire here. High voltage wire, 700 volts. This just passes through here. It doesn't really get involved. This wire here is for the screen supply. So I just use the same old resistors that were in there. I guess we'll see if those work out well or not. Those go to the screen pins. That would be, I guess, called grid number 2. And this wire here is what? These two coalesce together into one wire, and these go down to the RF bar, which is this, and they connect right there through this choke. So these two wires here go through this choke, and they connect right here to the RF injection bar, which goes to pin 5 in each tube, and that comes off a capacitor here from the 12BY7 driver stage. And last but not least, here's the 12 volts AC with a heater coming in, and those go to all 3 tubes. And the ground return comes out through this choke here, and the ground will then feed all these tubes. There's about 8 tubes in there. There's 6 volts that are in series, so that will cause 12 volts to work 3 6-volt tubes here and about 8 or 9 6-volt tubes here, and hopefully it will all balance out. So that's as far as I've gotten. I'm just now waiting for a power supply. I will double check the wiring on this thing and make sure that it's copacetic, but for now I'm done wiring under here. I'll just check it for accuracy. So all the 6146 tubes are installed. There they are. Guess I can flip this thing over without breaking it, maybe. Let's see, do it this way. Ugh. There's little tubes in here that will get broken if you don't flip it right. This tube at the very end will get bent, usually, if you don't flip it right with one hand. Anyway, let's flip this thing over with one hand, of course. And there's the 6146 tubes. I finally got 3 of them in, and they're all installed. I don't really have clips, and I don't want to wait for clips. So, and the clips are very tall, so I just, well, I guess I could find the right clips for these, but I'm impatient, so I just remove the old clips and solder the wires onto the tubes for the plate supply, and we will see what happens. So that's as far as I got. What I need now is a power supply to connect onto here. I've bought a Heath kit. It's an HP23 power supply, model HP23. I bought a Jones connector to go onto here, and I bought a power connector to go into the 11-pin socket on the HP23. So I'll wire up this cable and see if this thing will fire up on an HP23. The HP23 was about 80 bucks and some tax and shipping. People are ripping off about $250 or $300 for the Drake AC4s. Plus you got to pay tax and you got to pay shipping. So I don't know. There was one that was on eBay, but I couldn't catch it in time and I lost it. It probably went for $150 shipped. That would have been the desirable power supply for me, but I had recruiters bothering me about a job and I lost track in a stupid eBay bidding system. You miss bids and you miss out. So that's what happened to me. Anyway, we'll see if these work. These are all probably used tubes from who knows where. eBay again. Everything I do is like on eBay for buying stuff and ham radio stuff. I rarely go to ham fests. There aren't many ham fests in Nevada at all. It's not many people here. Anyway, that's about it. I probably got to quit this old radio addiction. It's too expensive. The parts are expensive. Everything's expensive. So maybe quit fixing these old Drake radios. I never thought I would fix one past the last one that I fixed, which was T4X and the R4A. I thought those were gone for good. I wouldn't get back into Drakes, but I guess since I converted the T4X to two of these tubes, which were 8032s at 12 volts, I thought, I really want to see what the TR4 will do with 3 of these 6146s, so we'll try it out. I get about 200 watts out of this radio here, which is the FT102. It's got 3 6146s. I get about 200 watts out of it on 40 meters and 80, so will this thing give 200 watts? Well, I guess we're going to find out. It probably would with the old tubes anyway if they were good. I probably shouldn't have done all this, but I just wanted to see if this thing would go on 6146s. It's been a lot of freaking work, that's for sure. It's a lot of unsoldering, soldering. It's painful. So anyway, it's done. So I like my little rings in there. I hope they don't cause any harmonics or any bad juju, but I don't know. It looks elegant anyway for the resistors to be all tied on those cathode return leads, and we'll see. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.